Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. And when this video posts, it'll be 2 weeks until I head to Cleveland to the National. Super excited this year. It feels like every year it just gets more and more exciting. And obviously that has to do a lot with every year I know more and more people and look forward to seeing people. And although that's the greatest thing, I am there to get cards, quite frankly, and do some other things. So what I want to do in this video is go through kind of what I'm planning on doing and what my goals are for the show, and some cards I'm going to pick up, kind of the strategy I use to do that, and just kind of give you some insight into my national experience and what I'd love to get out of it. So again, plan on getting there on Tuesday. I get there, before lunch, and then me and a big group of us are heading down to Canton, and we are going to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which I have never been to. Super excited about that and going to do that. It'll be, I don't know. I've been to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, believe it or not. I've been to the Baseball Hall of Fame. I've never been to the Naismith Hall of Fame for basketball, but this will be the third major Hall of Fame that I've been to. And so that's exciting. A lot of guys are going to games. I know guys that are driving as far as Pittsburgh or to Cleveland. I've already done those stadiums, so that's not that I wouldn't do that. It's just I want to do something I haven't done before. And for all of us that are going, this will be kind of our first trip to Canton. So that's pretty exciting. I think it's about an hour, little over an hour from Cleveland to Canton. So fun drive. Plenty of us have cars. Plenty of the guys have cars. I will not have a car. But so that'll be Tuesday. We'll come back, have dinner, hang out, all that good stuff. Wednesday is far and away my favorite day of the National. Every year is Wednesday. And that's because I have the distinct pleasure, I guess, of getting a dealer pass. And through that, I'll be able to get in on Wednesday during setup, and Tuesday if I wanted to, I guess. Usually I do go on Tuesday. We call it day 0 of the show. Probably won't this year, other than to go over there and pick up my pass. But Wednesday, I'll go in basically as soon as the doors open, usually around 8 or 9 in the morning. I don't know exactly this year when that will be, but I will head to the show. And shockingly, a lot of things happen. A lot of dealers are there. They've set up on Tuesday, and so Wednesday morning there's a lot of dealer-to-dealer deals that happen. And yeah, that's always my favorite time, because to me, seeing everything that's available, having the pick of the litter, as I like to say, when I'm looking for certain cards, is important to me. Now, do you get as good a deals on Wednesday as you would on Sunday or late Saturday? No, but that's really not my concern as much as I'd like to choose the card or have as many to choose from as I can. So Wednesday morning is when I will be making probably some decent purchases and picking up some bigger cards for the week. What typically happens is I spend a bulk of my budget early in the week, and then late in the week I end up, with a little bit of money left and just kind of looking for cheaper stuff, looking for stuff that I can just add to the collection that isn't a huge priority for me. Plenty of cards to choose from, so I'll go over those in a minute. So what's Wednesday night? I don't really know what we're gonna do. Probably just hang out in the hotel or something. Again, Cleveland's not terribly conducive to just kind of wandering around or going hotel to hotel or say, hey, meet me over here. You have to drive everywhere. So it's not, or Uber everywhere. So it's not nearly as convenient as Chicago, where you'll have, 5 or 6 hotels all in a row and you can just walk to each one or go to dinner. So something will happen Wednesday night. We'll do a hangout somewhere in some lobby of some hotel, or maybe there's a couple of groups that I know that are having Airbnbs, and who knows if we'll end up there. Thursday starts the real craziness. Thursday again, plan on being in the show early and kind of walking around, and I love it when there's not people there. I'll probably leave Wednesday actually before the show actually ends at 8, because once they let the public in, I think it's 3 or 4 o'clock for the sneak peek night, it is bonkers crazy. The room temperature goes up, or at least it has in past nationals, because of just all the human beings in the room. On, again, Thursday is exciting for a couple of reasons. Number one, that's when my brother gets into town, and this will be his first national. And so getting him to the venue, getting him in and all that kind of stuff, figuring out that, and just showing him around, really. So ideally, I have a lot of the cards purchased already so I can spend time with him and just walking around with him. Thursday night, of course, is the YouTube get-together, meet and greet at the American Legion. That's all been set up, done, ready to go. 6 to 10-ish, I guess. What the only potential conflict for me is that's also when they typically have the Tops Q&A, Tops question and answer session. It has been something I've attended the last 4 or 5 years, I think. And this will be my 8th national overall. So this is my third one in Cleveland, actually. I went in 14, 18, and now 2024. So it will be possibly a Tops Q&A. Last year they did it as a lottery, so you literally went, signed up, and they drew your name out of a hat, I guess, and you get an email that tells you you have a ticket to attend. The reason I like to attend that isn't because they really answer a lot of questions. They dodge most everything or give a very expected corporate answer to every question you might ask. But it's entertaining to watch Eric ask his questions. If you've been there, Eric, those back pages, loves to ask certain questions. In fact, he has a list already prepared by JT, ready to go. So I'm entertained by that. There's a lot of stuff that's given away. I've literally never won anything that was given away. You get, little raffle tickets or whatever, and they draw numbers, and I've never won anything while I was there. They used to give out tons of swag. They really don't do that anymore. But at the end of the night, they do give away a signed rookie card. Last year was Corbin Carroll. It's been Pete Alonso. I've gotten Julio Rodriguez. I would guess this year's going to be Ellie De La Cruz, would be my guess. Last year, the Corbin Carroll, I ended up giving to Ed Westergriff. We made a bet before the Tops event, and he guessed who it was. And I said, if it's Corbin Carroll, I'll give it to you. And I did end up doing that. But those are always great. They're national exclusive type cards, and they're usually pretty cool. I still have the Julio. I still have the Pete Alonso, and from years past. So what else? Thursday. So then again, the meet and greet, the get together, that's going to be awesome. That'll go into the wee hours. Then we got Friday. Friday will be another fun day. Usually it's kind of a cross day because you have guys that have come early in the week that are leaving for the weekend, and then you have guys that are coming in for the weekend that hadn't been there yet. And so you have a lot of intersection of people and groups coming in, and usually that's the busiest day, actually, is Friday, not Saturday or Sunday that you would think. So that'll be another fun day. See how much money I have left by then, who knows. And then Friday night, I've got the Diamond King premiere, the documentary about Dick Perez's life that I'm looking forward to. I got a ticket to that. So I will definitely be going to that to watch that deal. Being such a big Dick Perez fan, this documentary should be incredibly entertaining for me. Not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine, but that's something I want to do, and it's only being done there, and I get to go do that. So excited about that. Don't know what I'm going to do with my brother during that. I'm sure I have enough friends, and people will have been friendly enough to my brother at that point that he can go hang out somewhere while I'm off doing that. Okay, then Saturday, wake up. Usually it's a goodbye day. Usually by then I'm way out of money or only have a little bit left, and so buying cards isn't a huge thing. It's mainly just helping other guys buy cards, walking around with them, seeing what they're buying, And then we leave Saturday late afternoon, early evening, and head back. So that'll be my national week and how it looks. In terms of cards that I'm targeting, I'm going to scoot over this way because I'm going to put up here pictures of kind of some of the cards. So again, my strategy is to get as many things as I can on Wednesday, ideally even before the public shows up. And so getting a lay of the land, getting around, it'll be more challenging this year because I'm not going to spend any time on day 0, Tuesday, in the show most likely. So, it'll work out. It'll be fine. But I put down 5 cards that I'm really kind of targeting. And what I would tell you is I don't I have to get these cards. These are just cards that I'm looking for more than others. These are cards that if I see them in a showcase and I know what they all look like, that I will stop, pause, take a look and see. And those are three cards. Actually, all these cards are for the 300 Great Cards of the 20th Century by Mike Payne. And 41 Play Ball Joe DiMaggio is number 1. Actually, these aren't in order. These are just 5 cards. You can put them in any order that you want. But the 41 Play Ball Joe DiMaggio, the 49 Leaf Joe DiMaggio, that's a huge one for me. I would love to get that card. The 49 Bowman Larry Doby, the T206 Christy Mathewson Portrait, and lastly, the T202 Hassan Ty Cobb Mecca. You can see that there. Super cool card. I don't own any of those in my collection, so I really want to get that. So what I think about with these cards, it's not that I have to, certainly I would prefer PSA over SGC, although I would buy SGCs in these cards if I found the right grade price combination. But I prefer PSA because that's what I collect. And people ask me all the time, why do you only collect PSA? I just do. I just like them. I like the consistency of all the slabs looking the same. And so I would prefer PSA. So I'll be looking for PSA graded versions of that. Probably lower grade, 2s and 3s will be the likely price point that I can afford in terms of trying to get several of them. I could just buy one of them in a higher grade, but I'd rather have more of them. And so that's the way my brain works. I don't have a target price per card of how much I want to spend. I kind of know what they go for, although it'll change in the next few weeks anyway on some of these. So I just kind of look as I go. If I see a card and the price, I'll look it up on the spot using eBay sold listings and VCP to determine, is this a good deal or not, or where can I start negotiating? Where do I want to be on the card and all that kind of stuff. So all that happens for me on the spot. And there's not a lot of prep work in terms of pricing heading in. And that can be dangerous because there's not always Wi-Fi. You don't always have the ability to look up things in the moment. Although, truthfully, I've never really had a problem. So that's why I don't get too hung up on that. I've never really had an issue. At worst, I can go outside and use, phone internet, just walk outside, I guess, and use 5G or whatever. Okay. Beyond those 5 cards, there's a lot more that I might be on the hunt for. And in the 4 decades set, I'm always looking for Hall of Famers that I don't have. For the 50s, which is probably the area I'll focus on most and concentrate on most, because those are the cards that are most likely to be there. Sadly, there's not going to be a lot of 80s Hall of Famers that aren't guys I already have. A lot of the stuff I need in the 80s, 70s, 60s is league leader cards and just kind of weird, it's not the big names. And unfortunately, it's just the way it is. The showcases are filled with Manels and Aarons and Mazes and all that kind of stuff. I have all those, so I'm looking for the more weird stuff that's probably not going to have made the cut to be in the showcases or even with them at the shows. But so 80s, I need 27 cards. The 70s, I only need 2 cards, both from 79 tops. 60s, I need 13. But the 50s is where I think I'm going to be able to find the most success. And that's because between 50 Bowman, 51 tops, 52 tops, all 43 are in those. I have everything complete, 53 Bowman all the way, including 53 Bowman, 54 tops, 54 Bowman, 54 tops, etc., all the way through 59. Those are all complete. So it's the really early 50s stuff, especially 52 tops, where I still need the Campy and the Jackie and the Mays and the Mantle and the Wilhelm and the Matthews rookies. So there's some really big, expensive cards just in 52 tops that I still need. There are some cheaper ones. In fact, I already made a deal for one of them with a fellow YouTuber that I'm going to pick up at the show for 50 Bowman. So, but 50 Bowman, 51 tops are hard to come by. So if I see those, I may okay, I really want to knock these out while I can. And those will be certainly cheaper cards than the other 5 cards that I showed earlier. I'm always looking for Perez Steel postcards that I need, although that's getting fewer and fewer. Signed Hall of Fame Diamond Kings that I need, those are also things I'm always looking for. But again, that's getting fewer and fewer, and these things are getting harder and harder to find. That in no way takes away the joy of the hunt, by the way. It'll be fun. I actually kind of get some relief every time I see a card in a showcase and I go look at my list, whatever, I already have that. I don't have to buy that. So, which seems kind of weird. I should be, and I get very excited when I find a card that I do need, and am able to start the process of trying to acquire it. So it's a mixed blessing. I enjoy when I already have stuff because it's one less card I have to buy, but I am looking for cards that I need, so I will be on the hunt. So yeah, that's kind of a rundown of my strategy and my goals for the National. I am, again, super excited to see everyone. If you see me at the show, please stop, say hi. Would love to meet you and appreciate all your support and watching. And there will be tons of videos at the National. I'll be doing daily recaps and showing you what I get, showing you pictures of the show, video of the floor and all those things for all the guys that can't make it, and hopefully meeting a lot of you guys out there. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the week. Talk to you soon. Keep collecting.